I know your time is limited.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, please go over the Fed now and how it's a cabal move to steal money and freedoms.
So I've talked about this for a long time now, for years. There is going to be two resets. The first one coming that the Fed now is coming into play with a CBDC that is a centralized, that's the keyword, centralized, that is controllable and is not something that is going to be good. It is on purpose so that the people can see the intent that the evil bankers had for each and every one of you, on not just that they wanted to, kill us all and control us. Look at the Georgia Guidestones, and that they wanted to get down to 500 million, and everything that was a part of their agenda was to control, control, control. Well, the monies is a way that we have been enslaved for our entire lives, all of us. And the whole part of that is that the Federal Reserve is no longer in power. They were consumed into the actual Treasury Department in May of 2020. And this has been basically a show of the exposure of how the corruption of the US petrodollar has manipulated the world markets for going back all the way to the 70s when the petrodollar came into existence. BRICS has been a breakaway from that on purpose, with sound money backed by actual physical assets, and as a part of the quantum system. And it has been being introduced out onto the world stage over a period of time, allowing people to get used to the fact of change is coming. Well, the US is going to be the one that brings down the financial collapse, and it is going to be during the period of time that the Fed now goes into implementation of the centralized CBDC. There is another CBDC that is actually decentralized, that is a part of the US Treasury Department, that is completely separate and is a part of the quantum system that has been in play and fully functional for well over a year, up to 2 years in most places, on tracking everything that was a financial move. This is what has taken down so many banks and bankers over the last 2 years for fraudulent banking transactions that have never, ever been taken down in the past. As well as they've used the quantum system to actually track and trace Bitcoin, which was the crypto that was used for dark money to be able to purchase and to do illicit activities on the internet, and could not be tracked or traced through the conventional banking system or through the conventional internet, because of the way blockchain technology was working through conventional means. But now, once you have interjected the quantum system to participate in that, it was very easy for them to track and trace Bitcoin, as well as being able to arrest those individuals that was using Bitcoin as ransoms. So think about how many times Bitcoins have been used in the last 2 years, and every time, Bitcoin payment was used for payment of ransoms, which in the past could never be tracked or traced. They actually arrested the people and found them and recovered all the monies. So this is to show the public just how evil and manipulative and controlling the Federal Reserve had intent for you, and to be able to control you on what you spent your money on, how you spent your money, and if you didn't agree with the way that they saw fit, they could just shut you off. That is going to upset and, use this word, piss off the public to a degree in which now you have taken and controlled our financial system and our money, that we can't access it, we can't spend it, we can only do this or we can do that. We have this political affiliation, and you shut me down, and I have no abilities to use the monies that is in my account, and so on and so forth. This is what is going to take place through FedNow. It is
So
not
Kyle,
going to, hold on a second.
oh,
It's
sorry.
not going it's not going to last for very long, because the uprising of the people are going to just be, it's going to be very overwhelming very quickly, and it will collapse. But people have to see that this was their intent. It's majority optics more so than anything else, just like the southern border. It's not what everyone appears is going on down there. More optics than anything else. And it is for the people to get pissed off about what their intent was for you and for our country, and how they were going to bring it down. Go ahead.
So to speak to that, we need something to compare to. If you were to come in with a new system, which is the quantum and decentralized, people would not have anything to compare it to. So that's another reason I feel it's going on. And you're getting bombarded with all kind of Fed now, Fed now, Fed now, and it's drawing your attention to it, and you want to know what it is. And you're going to look into it more. And like Captain Kyle, you said you're going to get, pissed off about it. And just recently, this past week, I found two things to kind of back up what we've been talking about on this. One, on a government website, it talked about the quantum mirroring your accounts. And that's been something we've talked about a lot, and I posted about last week. And also, I found an article amongst all the crazy Fed now, Fed now, Fed now, was an article talking about quantum payment systems and them being decentralized. And real quick, just for those that don't know, the difference between centralized, which we have now, and decentralized, which is the quantum that's mirroring everything. And it'll all be backed by gold or other precious metals. But the difference is that only you hold the keys to a decentralized system. There's no middleman, there's no centralizing it. So the Central Western Bank, they are centralizing the central system. And that's why they have so much control over it. On the other hand, the quantum is decentralized and no one has the keys to your account.
Yeah, absolutely. And the keys are very important, because what we're slowly moving into is that you will have complete control over your finances, your monies. Right now, even if you were to go down to your bank, are you the account owner? Or are you the account holder? Have you ever asked yourself that question? You're not the account owner. You're the account holder. The bank is the actual owner of your account. And under their terms and service and agreements, you agree to that. They own your account. You do not. You're only a holder of that account. And so, in a decentralized system, you are a complete owner of your finances and how you choose to be able to spend those monies. It's a little bit different with a credit union because most of your banks, like Wells Fargo, all your tier one banks, Bank of America, so on and so forth, Frost, you name them, they're all actual commercial banks doing business as commercial banks. And as an individual, you should have never been allowed to participate in a commercial banking industry as an individual. Credit unions, you're not a account, you're a member. And even to open up a commercial account at the credit union, you still have to open up a membership first, and then that commercial account goes under your membership. So things are going to be changing in the not too distant future. Your banks are already set up for it, meaning most of your credit unions and the tier one banks. Things are actually changing much quicker than it appears. So just know that everything that you have is safe. It is being tracked, traced with the quantum, every penny. The only thing that is of risk is your own personal investments on the stock market, because that is a risk that you have voluntarily taken on your own. Not your 401k, not your stocks and stuff through your retirement plan and all that. That has absolutely nothing to do with that, because that is still safe. The reason being is because that has been controlled by these elite hedge funds and financial managers and so on and so forth that have been basically a part of the corruption to benefit themselves and not the people that they are supposed to be working for. And to take the system out, people are not going to be punished for their corruption and you losing your net worth or your retirement because of their actions. I hope that helped with the understanding.